back to our YouTube channel. We are your hosts. My name is Crystal.
My name is Oscar, and I hope you're ready to go ahead and unlock who you really are beyond the conventional, so you may create the best life here on earth. Access the unlimited potential that lies within you. Increase your awareness and expand your consciousness. Crystal, may you tell the audience now what we have in store for them for today's video.
Yes, Oscar. And today's episode of our episode series, Highly Evolved Beings, HEBS, is episode number 4, and we're going to be speaking about free will. What is free will, why, and how? So what is free will, why we have lose free will through time, and how you gain back
that free will. So let's talk a little bit about what free will is, right? So in simple words, right, because all we can offer is an interpretation through our own experience of what this free will is. So this free will, I would say, is a universal principle, something that we come down here with in this realm to go ahead and experience this life, especially this physical life, especially this stage of consciousness that we call the 3D reality and existence. It is only a stage in a grand scale of creation. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about why free will is so important.
Free will is important because that's how you make decisions in your life, and you're not acting through a program. How we have spoke in episodes before, that in today's society we're running as a program. You wake up, you go to work, you do everything as a program, and free will take you out of that, rigidity.
Yeah, and first you have to claim back that free will, right? Because in actuality, free will is literally your tool, your steering wheel for this lifetime, for you to shift into the worst reality here on earth or the best reality, just by your choice, just by your thoughts, just by your emotions. Because that is your free will, the ability to choose who you want to be now, right?
The ability to choose your thoughts consciously. And being aware that you're choosing that, not because my mom said that is just into a belief.
Exactly.
And you're not even choosing there. You're just choosing what your parents, grandparents told your grandparents, and then go all the way that through a whole generation.
But how about you choose for yourself, right?
Exactly.
And let's see the magic in store for you there. And sometimes the choices that we have for ourselves with our own free will is not matching the conventional stream of consciousness. And that's where a lot of people get confused, because it's like, gosh, I want to do what makes me happy, but then you have everyone telling you otherwise and trying to impose upon your natural ability and principle, which is free will. So let's move on to the next thing. So why is it, and I feel like we've already tapped a little bit into this, about why is it that the majority of people have lost free will throughout time, and why is this?
We go back to the same thing that we had spoke in plenty of videos before. I think like 2 or 3 times we already have spoken about this, the belief system. We go back to the same thing, because you grow up, because my mom, this culture says you gotta go to school. I'm just putting it as an example because it's the most common one, that you have to go to school, you have to graduate, you have to have good grades to go to college, and then graduate, have a family, and that's it. That is life.
That is life. And if you don't do that, people deem you unworthy or uneducated or not enough here in this lifetime. If you don't,
you're not enough.
Status quo, because you're not reaching the status quo or the conventional stream of society, which is go to college and get a degree. Well, we're here to share with you that has nothing to do with
your level of worthiness, the level of worthiness. And actually, sorry for interrupt you. If you think about when you meet someone, what is the first thing that person usually say? Oh, my name is Oscar, or my name is Crystal. What do you do? You see, at that moment, they're putting the level of worthiness. Oh, what do you do?
What do you do? Not who you are.
No, oh, my name is Crystal. Oh, nice to meet you. You're so loving. No, what do you do? That's the second thing after you say your name that they say to you.
Yeah, exactly. And here comes the main thing here, that is coming through a belief system, a program, and beyond these belief systems and programs are the mind, the thoughts, right? The collective consciousness, every human being on this planet. So in essence, the fact that we have lost our ability to use our free will, and we're just running through these belief systems and programs, is showing us that we do not have control of our own minds. We don't have control of ourselves to make, right, and have the ability to create the life we want, or to be authentic. Because to be authentic and to be open and to be who you really are in front of camera, right, or in front of anybody, it is to be conscious and to use your free will.
Yes.
Because that's a choice. Authenticity is a choice. Love is a choice. Hatred is a choice as well. Killing is a choice. Rape is a choice. All of these things are choices that are your free will that will shift you into reality of what you chose, right? So again, the grand importance of learning who you are, right?
Yep.
And going beyond these perpetuated ideas so we can live a happy life here on earth, so we can really discover why we're here. And I can assure you it is not what you see out there conventionally. So thank you for watching this video. And so let's move on to the next thing. I'm just grateful, right? So
yes.
Thank you. And let's watch let's not watch. Let's move on to the next one, which is
How.
how.
So we're ready to say what, why, and how. How do you gain back?
There we go. How do we gain back the free will?
So first you have to become aware of your thoughts.
Yeah,
that is the first thing. And knowing and identifying that you're not your thoughts. That you have the ability to choose your thought as a tool. Your thought is just a tool that you have. That you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna choose this. And you choose it, and you make the decision, and then you make the action.
And let's just bring forth the wisdom of the movie we just saw. We just saw Frozen 2.
Oh my God, yes.
That listen to the voice inside your head, and which voice is that? The divine voice, the one that tells you to do the next best thing, the next right thing in your life.
Call it how you want, your divine voice, higher self, your angels, God,
universe.
The universe, however you want to call it. But it goes back to the same thing. Follow your inner voice.
Who you really are.
Yes.
That is your divine. You are divine. So if you have these thoughts, overwhelming you and running your life, right? And you being your mind's bitch, it's like, the reason this is happening is because you're not in control. You're not conscious and you're not using your free will. You haven't yet reclaimed that free will. So to reclaim it, you would have to first realize, accept, right? Accept, I am not having my free will, and that is okay. I started there. She started there, right?
We
said we want back our free will, and we went ahead and did it, right? Did the actions, which is identify that we have thoughts running through our mind, starting to watch those thoughts. Okay, what those thoughts? I don't like thinking them. Let's think a different way. Reprogramming the mind. Then after that, learning how to not identify with all the thoughts in the mind, and just following that higher guidance that's always flowing through you. If you are willing to hear, if you're willing to slow down and listen, right? And this is important.
Yes.
Because imagine a whole world
living through
that free will, consciously choosing what is obviously better to mankind, instead of choosing what is programmed for you to choose. Okay?
So I think that we can wrap it up already. Do you want to discuss something else that it can help our viewers in regards to this subject?
So in regards to free will, right now, after watching this video, you literally have the ability to use your free will. And the best way I would say to use your free will, as a recommendation, as a friendly reminder, would be to enter into a deep state of contemplation about your own self. Okay? How many actions today have you consciously chose, right, that you really, really wanted, right? And how many of those choices actually came from what people said, what's supposed to be done, the way you're supposed to feel, what you are supposed to say? And the funny thing is that since we identify with our thoughts, we think that a lot of the times the way that we act, the way that we're doing things is actually coming from our true self, our divine nature.
You're thinking, that's the thing, you're thinking that you're doing.
You're thinking that you're doing, you're thinking that you're thinking that you were, your true self. But it has to be uncovered. And even though you might be expressing both, right? All the mind and all that it's wanting to say and do and express, you can also be expressing both simultaneously. So in essence, you're distinguishing, right?
I want to share in regards to that you said right now, that in my journey, I think we even like brought up a quote regarding this, that it's like, you have spent so much time not being who you are that by the time that you're going to be who you really are, you don't know how to be who you are.
And that's okay, because and that's part of the
and
journey.
You get confused and you get frustrated because like me, I was like, no, I'm being in a state of no thoughts, and it's like I wasn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking that I was being in a state of no thoughts.
Therefore tricking herself, her own mind tricking her, making her believe that she was where she wanted to be, when in reality she had not yet uncovered or embodied that true self, expressing from that place of truth instead of that place of mind.
That it calls the mind games.
Mind games, right? The mind trickiness.
Yes.
How subtle the mind can be, with all its patterns, with all its programs, with all its consciousness that it utilizes. Because your mind is a very powerful thing. It is also not as complex as our true selves, as consciousness, but it is a complex faculty that we utilize as human beings. And so, it's valid to use here on the earth plane. But what is even more valid, and what I want to say before we end this video right now, is to find out that space of stillness. Really search for that place. Stop. Allow your thoughts to slow down. Find that place of stillness, of pure presence, right? And allowing that truth, that light, that love, that being to emerge from that still place. And see what it feels like to not think. How would it feel like to not think? And then when you want to think, you can feel, and then you can act every way that you want, therefore creating the life that you want.
Listen, the day has 24 hours. We're just asking for 5 minutes. 24 hours, 5 minutes to stop and not think. If you cannot stop just 5 minutes,
then try 10 seconds.
No. 5 minutes of the 24 hours, you don't have a life. We're asking you just 5 minutes out of 24 hours, and you say, no, I don't have the time. You don't have a life. It's like, compare, All
right, so to go ahead and wrap up this video, I want to go ahead and send you guys love and light. I appreciate you for watching this video, for tuning in, right? And may this allow you to reach that next level of your own consciousness, of your own journey. And so give us a like, subscribe, comment, any videos you'd like to hear from us. We're of service. Have a great rest of your day. Let's evolve.
Love and light.